If you want to do lots of pretty seated pose on the pole, this routine is for you. Like I said, we're doing a lot of sits on the pole, but we are using a lot of grip strength. So even though the poses are easy, they're easy to the extent to which you're able to hold your body up on the pole.
Yeah, and they also require a little technique because some of the sits that we're doing aren't like your traditional sit, so you need to know what points of contact you need to keep on the pole in order to stay up there and make it as efficient as possible while using your grip strength.
Yes. But don't worry, we cover all of that in the breakdown when we break it down for you. Taylor will put a bunch of arrows so you can see what points of contacts you should have for each one of these.
You get an arrow, you get an arrow, everyone gets an arrow. Before we start, let's do a quick safety check. Let's start by checking your equipment, make sure everything is okay with your rigging and stuff. Make sure that you have a crash mat. Don't practice without one under any circumstances, and always make sure that you warm up well and cool down well before and after you practice aerial. If you're looking for warm-up ideas, you'll find them in the playlist, which we'll leave right up here. So if you haven't warmed up as yet, go do that first and then come back to this video to try it with us. Make sure you're wearing the right clothing for this routine. Definitely leave your lower body as free as possible. I mean, we are wearing skirts, but honestly, that's not the best. It looks beautiful though, you know, I don't know.
If you have those pole skirts that are cut in the front, then you can definitely wear the skirts with them. It goes really pretty with the music. Like the ones we used when we trained in class. Remember when we did that routine?
Oh yeah.
The ones they're cut in front.
Special ones made for a pole. Ours maybe aren't the best. I think these are just dance skirts.
Yeah, so they're really pretty.
Yeah, they're so pretty. So just keep in mind that whatever you're wearing at the time when you're especially doing the last pose, you will need to have your inner thighs free to do those sitting moves. So keep that in mind. And then make sure that you have your spotting buddy. Make sure you have someone to train with so they can be your GPS in the air and your cheerleader. And if something happens, they're there to call someone or assist you.
Yes, and unfortunately you cannot find the music for this routine synced up in this video. This is just a tutorial video where we show you how to do the routine and the different transitions that we use, along with the tips and tricks that helped us when we were learning the routine, so that when you give it a try at home, it's a lot easier for you and you don't have to go through all those trial and errors that we went through. But we did leave a short for you right up here that is synced up to the music so that you can see what it looks like. This music is so pretty. With the skirts, it goes so well together. I've been dancing all day. It's really pretty music, so do check out the short. But if you want to see it on the big screen, we always invite you to come back to the channel on Friday when we release a YouTube video that shows both of us doing the routine, so that you can see what it looks like when two people do the routine and how it might differ based on our heights or bodies and so on. So do come back to the channel on Friday and see that, so that you can be more accepting of what it is that you are doing at home. We will also leave you a link to the song that we use along with the timing in which we get started down in the description below, so you have all that information for when you give this one a try.
Now that we've covered everything, let's get started.
You are going to start with Taylor's favorite start. So she is holding on to the pole in a forearm grip with her right hand, and her left hand is holding higher up the pole. So the left hand is extended and the right hand is bent with that forearm grip. Now she's going to spin forward, so that means she's going to be pivoting off of her right leg, and it's underneath the rigging point, and her left leg goes from behind. She swings it forward as she pivots off of that left leg to add some spin. Here she's going to do a few rotations before she climbs the pole with a basic climb for the first time. Let's look at her do this with spin. Yeah, so you see her right leg is under the rigging point, she's spinning, trying to keep the pole centered, and then she's going to bring her legs to the pole to do the basic climb. So we climb one time, and then we just adjust our hands to hold higher, and we climb again. Here you're going to make sure you're holding on in a forearm grip on top, just like how you used to climb, and you're going to release your leg and bend your right leg, pointing it towards the pole. Then you're going to bring that right leg and hook the knee at the pole and send that left leg behind the pole, and you hold here for a bit. This is a lot of grip strength. Before you bring that left pole, point it forward, hook it on the pole, and bring the right leg behind the pole. Once you bring the right leg behind the pole, you release your left hand and hook it with your elbow, and then you release the left hand, and you should be able to hold here for this pose. So they are pretty similar poses. It's just we're changing from sides so that it looks really pretty with the skirt flying. You're going to hold on high with the left hand and bring your legs to the side of the pole with your left leg coming over your right leg, and you're holding this pose with your arms again. You're going to come back to a basic climb. So bring your legs behind the pole and come back to a basic climb. You're going to come to a sit, and remember to think about pushing your hips high so that your butthole faces the pole, and then you're crossing that leg and your back leg is pointing up while her body is going down towards, leaning back, and she's lowering her hands to about around her knee. Then she's going to lift that right leg and bring it in front of the pole and hook it. Then use the back leg to find the pole at the bottom and hold here for this splitty-like zigzaggy pose. To come out, she's going to release that top leg and come back to a sit, and then she can come out of the pole.
That was so much fun. If you still want to train some more and you're looking for something maybe a little more challenging, or you're just tired of sitting, check out this routine we're leaving on screen for you that has an invert, also has a Betty Boop pose. We're doing it like modified. Yeah. So you use a lot of your elbows instead of your grips. So if your grip's tired, you could just take a break and use your elbows this time instead. We'll leave the dance video on top and the routine at the bottom. The routine also has an active split. I forgot to mention that. So you'll want to warm up that a little bit. It's really beautiful, and the music is also beautiful as well. Dance videos on top, tutorials at the bottom. Until next time, bye!